Hey Section 112, it's Mrs. Smith. This is your audio tutorial for week 13. Week 13 is only peer review, so there are no other assignments and no other discussion board posts. Check that out in the new syllabus. I changed it. So there are also no course slides, so I'm just going to start with this checklist and talk you through what you need to do this week. All right, so first, you need to have completed at least 900 words of your research essay before peer review begins. Then you need to read the peer review instructions, watch the peer review tutorial, which is what you're doing right now, then upload your essay to the right peer review group, complete the peer review for 2 of your group members, and then upload your peer reviews to the same thread. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. First, let's start with the peer review instructions. So you're going to find your name in the peer review discussion board. I'm going to show you how to do that later. Find the thread with your name and then upload your paper by 11:59 p.m. on the 13th of April. So remember, that is Monday. Then you'll download a copy of the work of one of the peers in your thread. You'll do this twice, but first start with one person, read their paper, make comments. You don't have to answer all of these questions, but you should keep them in mind. Basically, all you need to do is make little notes about what the person needs to change. Once you've finished all of this part, you write them a little note at the bottom of their paper. It needs to be at least half a page or 300 words. Then you will take that file and you will upload it back to this thread. Then you will do it for the other person in your group. If you're in a group of 4, you only need to do this for 2 people. Just make sure that y'all talk about who is doing whose, so you don't end up with somebody who doesn't get any peer reviews. To receive credit for the peer review, you should have uploaded both of your sets of feedback by midnight on the 17th of April. Remember that our paper is due on the 20th. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do it. So here we are in discussions. I'm going to show you. Here are our discussion groups. I've gone to week 13 peer review, and you can see right here that I have everybody's name listed in their group. So there are 2 groups of 4 people. Y'all will have to be a little bit more careful that you don't double up and end up missing someone. So I'm going to go to this one because my name is Mrs. Smith and I've made an example thread for myself. So what I've done is I've got my peer review draft and I've uploaded it in my discussion response. Oh, I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like this. Yours will obviously be much longer, but I just needed to give you an example. So as you can see just from glancing at it, there are a few issues with it. So my group member, which is also me, downloaded my paper and made notes. So I'm going to go to track changes. You don't have to use track changes, but it is much easier for me. I like to see the red letters. You can see right here, this is my spouse's name, but I did this peer review for myself. So the first thing my peer reviewer did was, as I was reading it, I noticed that this is a fused sentence, so I left a little comment. And then at the end, I've written notes to remind myself that I need to double space my paper and put it in Times New Roman font. So this is both single spaced and the wrong font. I reminded myself that even though my in-text citations are correct, I don't have a works cited page, so I need to make sure I add it for full credit. And I don't like this title, so I think I need a more creative one. I do want to make a note that your comments should be about 300 words. Mine's shorter just because it's an example. If you don't know how to upload a document, basically all you do is hit reply. And then go down here to attach file. Don't copy and paste somebody's whole paper into this discussion text because that's way, way, way too long. So make sure you upload it as a file with this button. And that's really everything you need to do for all of week 13, but please make sure that you do it promptly and that you upload your paper promptly so that your partners and yourself can get full credit. All right. That's everything. I'll talk to y'all next week.